In a cabin nestled neath the bough of a 1,000-year Coromant fire tree, the ancient Glessoner Hackpend Mash is perched o'er his anvil, pounding the white-hot Bahala steel into the Goravian blade of sorrow and mercy.
Oh, hang on.
What's up?
Yeah, this is just, I mean, it's just that that's pretty dense. That's an awful lot to attempt to take in one sentence.
Okay. Okay. Am I waiting for you to catch up before I go on?
I'm not sure. You know, most of that is not what one would call English per se, right?
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, there's no context in which that would help me understand what any of that means, right? Like what a glistener in a camelot tree.
No.
Okay.
Right. That's right. But it's Glessoner, and it's Coromant, not Camelot.
But those are made up words, right?
Of course. Of course.
Okay. It's just that it's difficult for someone that's just all kind of like jabberwocky, washing past my ears, lovely sounds, but no possibility of hanging any meaning on any of them. So.
Okay, but this character, he's just for exposition at this point, okay? He won't be taking a prominent position until like the 5th installment, when we go back in time to learn the story of the original Goravian Blade of Sorrow and Mercy.
All right, that's something that I find curious as well. The sword of sorrow and mercy. And mercy, yeah. How is that? How does that work?
Okay, it's all right. Well,
mercy's not really the idea. Mercy would be not using the sword at all, right?
Okay, I'm trying to explain.
Okay,
we haven't gotten to it yet, but there are these beasts, the Glodmot. See, and this is what they're vulnerable to. Okay, they're vulnerable to the quality of mercy and sorrowful emotion.
Glodmot, that's plural already?
That is plural. But you're getting way ahead of the story. The Glodmot don't even show up till like the very end of this first installment, when they beset the hero.
Who is not the blacksmith?
The Glessoner.
Okay, so you're right. But the Glessoner, let's be honest, is a blacksmith with some magical undertones, right?
Fine.
Okay. And the hero is?
Jahando the Solitary, the only survivor of the holy blue hailstorm of Hazes Kazad.
Wow.
Yeah. See?
How does a fella do something like that? Survive that hailstorm?
Oh,
that sounds like a pretty intense hailstorm.
Yeah.
If everyone died but him.
Everyone but him. He has, let's say, a special hereditary invincibility.
Which is what?
Well, his great-great-great-great-grandfather was half dragon.
See, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Why don't you just say his great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was a dragon? It's presumably true, right? You kind of take me most of the way there, but then you kind of water it down and they throw in another great, and then you don't have to half anything. Then he's all something, right? That's the.
You are very difficult to read early drafts of a possible sci-fi medieval fantasy series for young adults to.